On this Victory Day, I especially want to talk not only about the fact that we have already held our ground, but also about what and who we are standing for. So let me introduce you to our next guest right away. Dmytro Finashyn, call sign Finn, hero of Ukraine, sniper of the National Guard. He went to the front back in 2017 for his first rotation in the Luhansk region. He arrived literally a day before the start of the full-scale invasion. In May 2022, his group fell into an enemy ambush. Dmytro sustained extremely severe injuries to both arms. For 2 days, he literally crawled to his own lines without food or water. He drank water from puddles, lost consciousness, froze at night, but survived despite everything. Then came the hospital, a complex amputation, a long road to recovery, and a new life. Today, Dmytro is an advisor to the Minister of Internal Affairs on veteran policy issues. But perhaps his most important news of recent years is not about work at all. 20 days ago, Dmytro became a father. His daughter Mia was born. By the way, today we are giving all the children these handmade Motanka dolls from the 1+1 team. They were created by my colleagues, 1+1 employees, with soul and of course with a festive mood. And tell me please, what did you feel when you first held Mia in your arms?
In my arms, it was very touching. It was very pleasant and a little bit scary, to be honest, because she's such a tiny baby. Well, I've seen babies, but not at that age, you know. And when she fits in just one of your hands, it's a bit, well, it's actually a little scary and a little sad because you're afraid to hold your own child in your arms so you don't hurt her. But it passes quickly. Instead, you start to understand what it is, what this is, and that it's a tiny little bundle of warmth, goodness, and such tenderness that depends entirely on you. So that's cool.
In any case, congratulations from the entire TSN team on the birth of your daughter. You, in particular, went through a moment where you were literally physically fighting for your own life. I mean, those were very difficult moments when every meter was a struggle and you were making your way to your own people. And now you have a little person for whom you probably understand that all of this was not in vain and you want to do even more. So tell us about these feelings.
Well, in reality, every minute that has already been lived, you have to understand that it was not lived in vain. Every subsequent minute that you live must be filled with meaning and lived in such a way that you never regret, not even once, that you lived it. Therefore, for me, especially after what has really happened, after what has passed, there is an understanding that life, well, it is truly priceless, just as priceless as a new life. And that is why my wife and I, despite the fact that there is a war, despite the fact that, well, there's danger, decided that, well, life must go on and new life as well. Because the war, unfortunately, takes a large number of lives and we must give new lives.
Well, this, in fact, is exactly a question for many people. And actually, that is why we are currently facing a demographic crisis, because many people are postponing it. Many people are afraid to give birth and become parents during the war. And yet, after such very severe injuries, you actually found the strength not just to go on living, but also, well, to actually inspire others. You are effectively involved in veteran policy. So what drives you? What inspires you?
Well, life itself inspires me. And as banal as it may sound, it really is what inspires me. You want to live, you want to move, you want to breathe in every gulp of air as if it were the last time. That's why you do it. You do it. You see, especially when there is an opportunity to influence and improve the lives of other people in one way or another, even just a little bit, you try to do it. Because for us, for veterans, this is a golden time right now. An unprecedented opportunity. When we are heard at absolutely all levels of government, and we can convey our issues. We can share our experience and the expertise that we gained in various conditions and somewhere in battle. And this right here is incredibly important. It is truly valuable, and it absolutely must be utilized to its fullest potential, because we really have to come into the state and get to work, and we need to do it right now. We, as veterans, I mean, we must be in the state, there must be more and more of us, our circle must widen, it must become more influential, and then we will somehow, little by little, change this state for the better. Whether they want to or not, they will listen to us. And that is why we will gradually change everyone around us for the better.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that, of course, there will be changes for the better. And tell me, just as a Ukrainian, as a person, what did you dream about before? Did your dreams come true? What do you dream about now?
I have a bit of trouble hearing. Tell me about what?
About dreams.
Dreams.
Yes? What did you dream about before? Which dreams came true, and what are your dreams for the near future?
Well, you know, often, well, not often, I always dreamed of independence. It's just that the meanings changed a little bit. Before 2014, independence meant one thing to me, then it meant something else, and now it means something completely different. In other words, it is becoming more, you know, significant and inseparable. So that is what I dream about. I dream of raising my daughter to be a worthy person, worthy of this country. I dream that this country will be worthy of my daughter. I truly want the whole of our society to learn to respect one another, and as utopian as that might sound to some, well, I really hope we can all learn to value each other, value the conditions we live in, appreciate what we have, and actively contribute to making it even better.
Thank you very much for your service. Thank you for coming to see us on this day, this festive day, and for the conversation. So Finn was our guest today.